The first time I knew about Nigeria was in 1994. We had the African National Cup in Tunisia, and Nigeria won it. And I was a teenager, and I was very upset at that time. For Cameroon, 1990, it was like the World Cup, and Roger Milla was like in the quarter final against England, and that was like very passionate for as an African watching that World Cup in 1990 in Italy. But today, the title was personal branding, but the title here is Heroes of the Future. Because I believe that all of us in the future, many things will change. And I think we are lucky for living in Dubai because we can see how fast the things are changing, are developing, the adaptability of things in Dubai. I was living here since 2007, and the changes I have seen in the last 16 years, I can't even remember how was Dubai in the beginning. And the people who were living in Dubai during the COVID crisis have seen how the rulers and the government of Dubai can take decisions extremely fast so that the people can have a better life and the economy will grow. So enough with the introduction. I want to start by telling you what's going on here. Is it connected or not?
Yes, it's connected.
One minute. Yeah. So the first thing I want to share with you is in 2023, what's happening is that the world is more connected than ever. And when we talk about connectivity, it's not only about the mobile phones or the internet or the computers, anything you have in mind. Our TVs, our fridges, our homes, smart homes, and slowly anything that we can put a microchip in it will be connected. So today, as individuals, brokers, or any other specialty, any other job, if we are not connected, we are not reaching our target audience, our clients, our partners, anyone we want to have a professional or individual relationship with, without being present online, we are not connected. So with that, usually I ask the audience, this is my Instagram account, let's stay connected. I mean, usually whenever you have a presentation, people will try to take pictures, post stories. So this is Kabi Muhammad, Kabimu, that's my Instagram account. And then let's dive in. Whenever you click outside, we lose the, okay. So now when we talk about the connectivity, then I think it's fair to ask the question, do the humans still have a place in this world? When I used to talk about this topic, ChatGPT was not existed anymore yet. And today you can see a lot of discussions online and offline about the AI and what's going on. And many people think that it just started now. By trade, I'm a computer engineer. I was in the engineering school in 2002, 2003. And at that time, we were learning artificial intelligence. This is like 20 years ago. And if you live in the world, like places like in Dubai, who has been living here for more than 10 years in Dubai? Anyone? No? Okay. So I'll share with you a few things that I have noticed here in Dubai for the last 10, 15 years. The checking accounts in the cinema, in the airport, when you came to Dubai, you found a lot of things automated, where you don't find a person or an individual behind the counter. When I first came here, all of these counters were populated by individuals. Not anymore. The automation and not even the artificial intelligence, the automation and the replacement of some jobs is here, and it's a fact. So for us as humans, I think it's fair to ask the question, do we still have a place in this world? So usually the answer I give, based on my experience and expertise, is the computer can beat the humans in a chess game. and it's a fact. But the computer does not invent a chess game. So the computers are beating us in whatever we are creating, but they aren't creating anything. And if you read anything about the ChatGPT these days, they will tell you that its limitation is coming from the corpus it's learning from. So whatever we feed it, it will give us back. But if we don't feed it anything, it cannot do anything. So today, that's the focus of our presentation. How we can be ready for the future. It could be now, obviously we can see it might be very soon. Because sometimes when they say the future, maybe the next generation. But the future is now. And that's why I want to tell you, when we are going to the future, as professionals, what are the challenges that we are going through? Today, every professional is struggling with these two things. Distraction, and everybody is talking about it. You are working, you receive Instagram messages, Facebook messages, WhatsApp messages, emails, phone calls, your colleagues. You cannot focus for just 5 minutes. And distraction is obviously, it's reducing our productivity. The second issue we have is boredom. And this is something that is bothering me personally. How many persons I meet every day, and I tell them, what did you do? I didn't know what to do. They sit like 6 hours, and they don't know what to do. With the abundance of the information that is available today, abundance of relationships, connections, opportunities to learn, to write, to do things, and people feel bored. I would love to add 1 hour to my day, but I cannot. So this is something I always think about. How can people feel bored? How can people sit there and tell me with a straight face, they don't know what to do. They don't have anything to do. So all of this is going around the internet. And the internet is about content. Now, any one of us, anyone in the whole world will start as a consumer. No one will write a word before reading that word. No one will sit and create a video before watching a video. After being a consumer, you become a producer. You start to emulate. You start to copy. You start to write something like what you read, or to make a video like the one you saw. Then you become a creator. When people will start watching you, what you are doing, this is innovation. I can ask you a question. If you think about the consumer, producer, and creator, where are you? Are you today just a consumer, watching videos, checking Instagram, and that's it? Are you a creator? Are you trying to publish things? Are you trying to create things, even copying? Or maybe are you just a producer? But I want to add something. At any point of time, we are consumers. The biggest creators of the world, they are consumers. The inspiration that we get from the world, it's from consumption. An architect cannot close the door without seeing any building, and then he will say, this is my innovation. The designers and the architects and all of these guys, they visit towns. They read books about the history of architecture. That's when they become eligible to create something of their own. But no one can start from zero to directly innovate and create. I'm saying this so that I know that you are consumers, and I'm trying to tell you, despite of that, stay a consumer. Stay hungry for knowing what's happening. Stay curious about the changes that are happening in the world. At the same time, start producing and start thinking of what you can do different with your identity, with your thinking, with your personality, with your fingerprint. And now the content, and this is maybe now, if you can think of it, if you have any question, you can stop me, because now this is, every slide has some beef in it, and I want you to ask me questions. So online, there are 3 types of content. The first one, entertainment. The second type, inspirational. The third type, educational. Which one do you think has the most engagement? Yeah. But do you think this is from the internet or from human nature?
From human nature.
Do you agree with her? It is from human nature. If you went 70 years ago, when the TV was starting, you'd have the same shows on TV. You'd have some educational, cultural shows. I remember when I was a child, especially in the 80s and 90s, we had cultural shows where people would sit on TV and start to discuss books. These shows are not there anymore. Why? Because TV channels are a business. These are businesses. When people don't watch the shows, they cannot sell advertisements. So they just cut the show. Seeing that on the TV and on the radio, we are seeing more and more and more of entertainment, that tells you that the internet is just following the trend. Today, even when you are watching the news, they try to make it entertaining. It's just to tell you that it's raining. It's not enough to tell it's raining. It has to be entertaining with some animation, with something different. This is my way of saying to you that when you are publishing something online, it might be educational about the market, what's happening, which neighborhoods, what's the price. Try to make it motivational, inspirational, that people will feel inspired to watch your content. But also try to make it entertaining. If you don't, people will stop watching. In this slide, I want to divide the internet over 3 players. So the first one is the content platforms. And now I think you will hear me on and on saying content, content, content. Because the web is about the content that is being published on it. And one of the 3 players online are the content platforms. And when I say content platforms, a website is a content platform. Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Medium, Twitter. All of these guys are content platforms. The content creators, anyone who is putting content online. The content consumers is everyone. Everyone, anyone who reads a blog, who reads a tweet, who watches a photo or who watches a video. This is a content consumer. Every one of these players, they have their own challenges and goals. If we talk about the content platforms, they have 2 goals. One of them is the number of users. If you were checking the financial results of Facebook or TikTok, or even any time they talk